Today I want to talk about something a little bit different. I know I've been sharing some art and some songs recently, and that's been great. I'm really happy with how they've been received so far. But I wanted to talk about what this is really for, I guess. What my project is. So, you might notice that sometimes I give my songs these different voices, these different mannerisms. Some of them might have shorter phrases or different sort of tension in the voice. And there's a reason for that, and it's not just variety. These songs have some characters attached to them that I want to share with you. So, let's get into it. Now, the song that you've heard the most is by a character named Malkin. Malkin. I know it's weird to pronounce. And the thing about her is, well, the thing about all these characters really is that they aren't so much characters as they are ways that I see the world. So to me, there's 4 of them. Malkin is sort of raw, unfiltered emotion. She doesn't care about being understood in the moment. She just wants to discharge that feeling. So her songs feel more raw or more angry or more, they have different sorts of imagery. It's more intense. Now, on the other hand, there's Linnet. Linnet is more withdrawn. She wants to close off, shut down, keep things to herself. All of her emotions, all of her words, they don't get outwardly expressed like Malkin's do. So that's Linnet. So those 2 are sort of a duo, and then there is Reynard, who he is sort of the reason I'm here. He wants things to be expressed and shared with the world and brought into the spotlight, while Hart is the opposite. He craves not quite solitude, but he wants to protect his work from being seen. He believes that art inherently has value before it is shared. And Reynard believes that too, but he feels that it can be made more by being put out into the world. Hart thinks that it will be made less. And there's a duet about that I want to share at some point. Everything here is a work in progress. I'm still figuring out what I want these different voices to be, what I want them to feel like, what I want them to sound like, how I want to express all these things. But right, so this project is titled Virelai. Virelai is a medieval song, poem that focuses on repeated phrases or refrains. And I want that to be something that comes up in my work. And the names have meaning too. Malkin is an archaic word for a feral cat or a witch or an old woman. Linnet is an archaic word for a songbird. Reynard is an archaic word for a fox or sort of a trickster kind of character in folklore. And Hart is an archaic word for a male deer or a stag. And I picked these old words because these characters, to me, don't feel like characters. They feel like parts of my psyche, and they have always been here in me, in my mind. And I don't think they're going away anytime soon, so they feel sort of ancient and archaic to me. So I gave them archaic names. I guess they feel less like characters and more like spirits in an old house. So yeah, feel free to ask questions. I love questions. That's all I have for now, and I might give a more in-depth explanation later. Thank you.